Hello everyone, you are welcome back to Shabes online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to evaluate this limit on the board. And the given limit is what? Limit as n approaches 9, 1 all over root n minus 1 over 3 divided by n minus 9. So in this limit, the first thing is to substitute this 9 anywhere we see n. When we put 9 here, we know 9 is a perfect square. And if you take the square root of 9, it's going to be 3. 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3 is going to be 0. And similarly, when we substitute 9 here, 9 minus 3 is going to be 0. This is going to be what? 0 over 0, which is undefined. So therefore, this function is indeterminate function. So what we are going to do is to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the LCM of 3 and root of n. So this is going to be what? We have limit as n approaches 9, 1 all over root n minus 1 all over 3, then multiply by the LCM. And the LCM of root n and 3 is the same as what? 3 root n. Then everything all over n minus 9, then also multiply by the LCM, which is 3 root n. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to simplify. We have limit as n approaches 9, then root of 3 root n multiplied by 1 root n. Root n will cancel root n. 3 multiplied by 1, it will be 3, and minus 3 root n. 3 will cancel 3. Root n multiplied by 1 is going to give us a root n, and everything all over n minus 9, then multiply by 3 root n. We're not going to touch the denominator. So the next thing we're going to do is to multiply this function by the conjugate of 3 minus root n. And the conjugate, recall that from SOD, when we have SOD of A minus B, for instance, the conjugate is going to be what? SOD of A plus B. What do you notice here? It's just this sign here, the operation that changed. Negative will change to plus. So therefore, the conjugate of 3 minus root n is the same as what? 3 plus root n, then divided by what? 3 plus root n. Now, we can put bracket multiplication, which is still the same. Now, we're going to expand the numerator. We're going to have limit as n approaches 9. 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 9. 3 multiplied by root n is going to give us a 3 root n. The negative root n multiplied by 3 is going to give us negative root n. Then negative root n multiplied by positive root n. Root and root is going to cancel. It will remain what? Negative n. Because you recall, when we have root of x multiplied by root of x is going to be what? X. Because this is the same as what? Root of x raised to power 2. Then this is going to cancel. This is going to be x. Square will cancel square root is going to be x. So then everything all over n minus 9, then multiply by 3 root n, then multiply by what? 3 plus root n. So what do you notice here? We have positive 3 root n and negative 3 root n. So this and this is going to cancel. We're left with what? Limit as n approaches 9, then 9 minus n, then everything all over what? N minus 9, then 3 root n, then multiply by 3 plus root n. So the next thing we're going to do is to factorize the numerator, 9 minus n. Do you know that 9 minus n is the same as what? Minus n plus 9. Now we're going to factor out negative 1. When we factor out negative 1, negative n divided by negative 1, the negative will cancel, is going to be n. Then positive by negative 1 is going to be what? Negative 9. So when you expand this, we're going to get this back, and this is the same as this. So therefore, the factorization of this is going to be what? Limit as n approaches 9. 9 minus n is the same as what? Negative 1 into the bracket of n minus 9. Then everything all over what? N minus 9. Then 3 root n multiplied by what? 3 plus root n. So the next thing we're going to do, if you look at the numerator, n minus 9, n minus 9. So this is going to cancel this. We have with limit as n approaches 9. So the up one we have negative 1, then divided by 3 root n, then into 3 plus root n. So what we are going to do next is to just replace 9 in place of n, because n is approaching 9. This is going to be our limit as n approaches 9, then negative 1 into 3, then square root of, in place of n we replace 9, then multiply by 3 plus square root of 9. So, and 9 is a perfect square, so we can take the square root of 9. This is going to be the same as a negative 1 all over. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 9. Then open bracket. 3 plus square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 is going to give us 6. Then this is going to be a negative 1 over 9 plus 6 is going to give us a 54. So the limit as n is approaches 9, 1 over root n minus 1 over 3 over n minus 9 goes to negative 1 over 54. Thank you for watching, and please follow and subscribe for more videos like this.